Ishaban and Guru in the house, back with another video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling myself not to come up with this intro, but anyways, let's just jump. We got a lot of news today. No wasting of time at all. So, Mikel Arteta after the game yesterday had a lot to say, and he did. Trust me, he did. He says that all our way of playing, our philosophy, I think is in place. Then buy into that. They buy into that. I think the players, the new players, might buy into that. And now is the moment to take it to the next level, to improve that and improve our consistency. Because since December to now, we've shown that we are the second or third best team in the league. It's not enough. 6 months, the level is high, so we need to do that for 10 months. They're going to get better and they're going to strengthen. So we need to get better. Even he was asked whether we need to have a busy summer to compete next season or not. So also more things that Arteta had to say. He says that he had a lot to say. If I remember, there it is. On missing out on Europe, Arteta said, "I'm sad because this club deserves to be delivering trophies and the Champions League. We haven't managed that. It's very challenging circumstances, but we've tried to stick together and do our best. It's not been enough. We have to be very critical of ourselves, of myself, and then prepare the best possible way of for next season. Hopefully we can have the preseason that I haven't had and have time to work with those players and try to be a better team." On wanting to sign Odegaard on a permanent, Arteta said, "We have a very clear and strong opinion on what we would like to do. He's not our player. We'll have discussions in the next few weeks. But first of all, we need to respect that he's a Real Madrid player. We've tried to make everything we could to get Martin performing for the team, which I think he's done, and he has adapted really well to our way of playing and to our football club. Hopefully we have given him the hope and the feeling that this could be a good place for him." I think this is very much important. And Arteta also said more things about it. We're going to discuss about it at a stretch in this video while going forward. So Joe Willock was asked about his future, to which he responded, "We'll see what the future holds." Well, he said that after the game yesterday. He says that, "I'm blessed to have the opportunity to play for this wonderful club. I'm happy it's gone so well." Well, Steve Bruce has again opened up. I mean, these guys keep asking him about what exactly is going to be happening. I mean, Steve Bruce was also asked about Joe Willock to be signing a new deal or not. He says that he's a very, very good player. So I've said now for 3 or 4 weeks, we would love to bring him back. He's Arsenal's player, of course, but let's hope we can test their results. So Steve Bruce, ladies and gentlemen, is likely to test Arsenal's resolve. But let's see, I hope he fails, man. Moving on, so according to Mundo Deportivo, members of Barcelona's new board favor Xavi Hernandez or Xavi as the replacement for Ronald Koeman at Barcelona, while Mikel Arteta and Roberto Martinez are the other names being considered. It's a strong possibility that Mikel Arteta is still in the midst to replace Ronald Koeman at Barcelona. Let's see what that happens. Let's see if that happens or not. But moving on, so William Saliba had a wonderful night. Wonderful campaign. I mean, he scored the winning goal against Olympique Lyon, dumping them out of Champions League qualifiers and putting them into a Europa League spot. Olympique Lyon were chasing a victory for the Champions League qualification rounds, but they actually ended up being in Europa League because of this goal. William Saliba, that header was from a free kick. So imagine William Saliba, what he could add up coming to Arsenal next season. He has a goal in League One, and if you actually can check out the video on either YouTube or Twitter, just go and check out the goal. If you get one, because the celebration after that is cold, super cold. I'm glad he's an Arsenal player. But moving on, so Thomas Partey is really happy to play along the fans when they were watching him. He said that, "I think we had their support today, which was very beautiful. We were encouraged and we were down. And when we were down, they supported us. They pushed us up, and at the end, this is what we need. We are very grateful. We had a good game and everybody gave their best. And at the end, it's part of the game. We have to keep working hard. We have to be prepared. We have to end well, and we did well. So we have to be prepared for the next season. Missing out on Europe is disappointing, but now we have the opportunity to come back next season and fight for everything we can." So that's what Thomas Partey had to say. Well, crazy stuff as things go on about. So Arteta was asked what did Josh Kroenke actually say to Arteta, to which Arteta replied the same that he says every time that we're on the phone, that he's very supportive, very passionate about the club, and he wants to take the club to a different level. That is the ambition. Well, talking about more ambitious stuff, ladies and gentlemen, well, Jules Koundé is linked with Arsenal. I am super shocked because according to David Ornstein, the cam position is among Arsenal's priorities, as has been right centre back. They covet Sevilla's Jules Koundé, but may struggle to attract the 22-year-old Frenchman, who will cost around £50 million, £50 million, and is likely to want Champions League football as well. So it will be tough to get Jules Koundé out of Sevilla if Arsenal is actually, if you talk about Arsenal. But to get linked with Jules Koundé, and David Ornstein speaking about it, I think, yeah, Jules Koundé is actually in the ranks of Arsenal's transfer targets. Crazy stuff. Also, the Athletic understands that Emiliano Buendia and Norwich accept this is the right time for him to take the next step in his career, and the expectation is that he will depart in the upcoming market. It will require a fee of more than £40 million. Edu and Mikel Arteta think highly of Buendia and could take it further if they do not land their first choice target, Martin Odegaard. It is not only English sides who have their eye on Buendia. A major continental outfit, I believe, to have inquired last week, and this is according to David Ornstein. So, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So, Gabriel Magalhaes shared this on his Instagram story with the words, "Don't worry, my friends, I found my tooth." Well, yes, Gabriel Magalhaes lost his golden tooth yesterday, and I was like, what the hell, man? What the hell? And talking about more stuff, we'll deal about it. So we'll give you the reason as exactly how it happened as well. So Mikel Arteta was asked about Josh Kroenke in attendance today. He says that I spoke about it. So about the season ending, Mikel Arteta says, "I leave the season sad because this club deserves to be delivering trophies and Champions League. We haven't been able to do that, but under very challenging circumstances, we've tried to stick together and do our best. It's not been enough." Now, only Manchester City and Manchester United have picked up more points in the Premier League since the Boxing Day than Arsenal. So before the Boxing Day, it looks like Arsenal only had 14 points, but since then, Arsenal have mustered up 47 points, finishing with 61 points this season, and Arsenal have scored 24 league goals at home this season, the lowest amount they've managed in Premier League history, and the fewest in any season since 1973-1974 season, where they actually scored only 23 goals. That is a crazy part. And Nicolas Pepe made more ball recoveries, interceptions and shots than any other Arsenal player versus Brighton yesterday. 9 ball recoveries, 2 interceptions and 4 shots. That's the crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And of course, David Luiz bids adieu to the Emirates Stadium, and look at this crazy stuff. So Gabriel Magalhaes motioned to assistant Albert Stuenberg that he got elbowed during celebrations for David Luiz, causing him to lose his tooth. Gabriel has now given up looking for his tooth on the Emirates Stadium pitch, according to Simon Collins, but it looks like he has found his gold-plated tooth. So crazy stuff, man. Lovely. You just can't write these kind of stuffs. Moving on, so as we saw Nicolas Pepe talking to Yves Bissouma and acting as agent Pepe, as we mentioned about it. So Graham Potter has given his update on Yves Bissouma's Brighton's future. Of course, he's under the radar. A lot of clubs are wanting him. So the Athletic claimed that Brighton chairman Tony Bloom would not part company with under 40 million if that's the budget. So here's what Graham Potter had to say. Not really. He's contacted with us, and as far as I know, he's going to report to pre-season like anyone else. But it's football. In the summer, we have to make some good decisions and improve the football club. On Bissouma's performance against Arsenal, he says he kept going. I think they all did. You can't criticize them for that. Sometimes you have to be honest and say we weren't quite at our level, but it was not for want of trying. Maybe today was a step too far for us against a good team with a good attacking players. So crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak about. So beautiful news is about the Premier League, and the dates are announced. So 2020-2021 Premier League has been a very unusual one. So the dates for the new Premier League starting would be August 14th of 2021. The opening match will be just 1 month after the Euro 2020 final this August, meaning some players will only have a couple of weeks holiday before another season commences, with fans set to be back in grounds and fixture congestion to be less frequent. Next season is shaping up to be another exciting installment of the top flights. The final match day will be the game week 38 will be on Sunday, May 22nd, 2022. The fixtures for the Premier League, the new campaign are set to be announced at 9 p.m. BST on Wednesday, June 16th, 2021. Newly promoted side Norwich City and Watford, plus one of either Brentford or Swansea City might be joining them. And Piers Morgan believes there's some good news about Arsenal missing out on Europe. Well, yes, he had something to say. So he tweets out, update Boo. He actually tweeted out before that if we beat Brighton and Spurs or Everton both drop points, then we will qualify for the new utterly pointless Europa Conference League for teams not good enough to get into the either Champions League or Europa League. Come on, boys. So Piers Morgan re-updated with another tweet retweeting this. He said that, boom, we failed to qualify for the Europa Conference League. Brilliant news. So he's actually quite happy that we did not qualify for the Europa Conference League. Well, he's not the only one. I am as well. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you see daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing.